guys, come on downstairs. We're bringing a little Charlotte Hornets My League to you. We're in season number 2. We're going to do things a little bit differently here in this episode. We're going to get through 4 games 31 through 34, but all of the highlights are going to come against the final game against the Hawks in this episode. We come into this episode at 20-10. We're 2 games behind both the Hawks and the Celtics, and so that Hawks game is looming large as quite the showdown. So we're just going to show you the final scores of these ones. I did play the fourth quarter in them, I believe, if I remember right. Not in that one, I didn't. 138-101, that was just a blowout over Oklahoma City that we simcasted the first 3 quarters, and then we were killing them, so we just simulated through. Let's see if that's what happened with the other 2 games here before we play the Hawks. Game number 32, we've got the Bulls. They're 17-15. We're 21-10. And another pretty good blowout win by us by 18. I don't believe I played that one. I think I just simmed it. So game number 32 goes to the Hornets, and now game number 33, we host the New York Knicks, who are 8-27, and we are 22-10. And in this one, another absolute blowout by like 50, 135-85. over the Knicks. Alright, so that brings us to this 4th and final game. It's a showdown with the Atlanta Hawks, who are 23-9. We are 23-10, a half a game behind them for first place in the Eastern Conference. So let's get to it. Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks from the ATL. So this is a nice measuring stick game to see where we truly stand against the team with the best record in the Eastern Conference. Trae Young averaging 36, almost 37 points per game, 11.5 assists, and their starting lineup is Trae Young, Hunter, Gallinari, and Okongwu. And we're going to go with our regular starting lineup of Ball, Rozier, Hayward, Bridges, and Robinson. And we're going to show you highlights of all 4 quarters of this one. So let's get it underway. Hawks with an A- home court advantage. That has never happened in the history of the NBA. Atlanta notorious for not really supporting the Hawks. And Gallinari with the layup. And the Hawks go up 2-0. Obviously, we are early. Trae Young coming off a 33-point performance against, I believe it said, the Sixers. Here is Rozier, right side, 3, no, rebounded by Robinson, he'll put it back, and we're tied up at 2. Alright, we move ahead, it's 4-4, 9:40 to go in the first. Hayward back to the top of the key to Ball, he'll reverse it to Rozier. Mitchell Robinson out to set the screen, Rozier around it, stops at the free throw line, shot no, rebounded by Okongwu to Gallinari, Gallo. All the way, scoop it with the right hand and score. Gallinari coast to coast. And it's 12-9 Hawks. Trae Young guarded by LaMelo Ball. That's a tough cover for LaMelo. Okongwu all over Mitchell Robinson on that spin move. And it's now 14-9 Atlanta with the lead. Halfway through quarter number 1. LaMelo over to Rozier. Down on the block of Bridges. Guarded by Gallo. Back to LaMelo. His 3 wide open, no, rebounded by Herter. Here come the Hawks, they push it. Young, reverse it up and in with the right hand. It's 7-point Hawks lead now at 16-11. Young, guarded there by Graham. Young, into the paint, floater, shot good. He is so tough to stop. 18-11 Atlanta with the lead. Could this be a preview of the Eastern Conference Finals maybe? At the end of the season, we'll see. Here's Zaire Williams. Tries to go baseline. He's cut off there by Hunter. Back out to Graham. Graham 3 from the right angle. No, rebounded by Reddish. And here come the Hawks. Over to the left corner. Trae Young, 3, good. Hawks lead it now by 12, 26-14. 2:50 to go in the first. Here is Rozier. Down on the block to Bridges. Bridges backing in. Bridges. They give him, nice little spin move by Bridges, and he misses the shot, and Trae Young pulls down the rebound, pushing it ahead. Reddish underneath for the dunk, and it's a 14-point lead, now a 12-point lead. Hawks moving the ball up the floor. without it even touching the ground, I don't think. Here's Kelly Oubre. Top of the key, guarded by Rozier. Trae Young working around a screen. He's got wide open. He's not going to miss that. 31-20 at the end of the first quarter. Hawks hold an 11-point lead. Let's go to the second. I'm not getting super animated because my kids are asleep, and I don't want to start yelling and wake them up because that would just be a nightmare. I've got a 2.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old, and when they're asleep, you let them sleep. Cam Reddish, right side for three. It's like waking up a monster if you happen to wake them up. 34-23. Devontae Graham with it. Crosses over on Reddish. Looking for McDermott off the screen. McDermott. The pass wasn't a great one. He caught it down by his knees, but he still is able to get it up and in. 41-31. Atlanta with the lead. This is LaMelo Ball. Guarded by Trae Young. LaMelo crosses Young over. Take the shot, LaMelo. Too much dribbling. Back out to McDermott. Wide open three. He's going to hit that anyway. And it's 41-34. We're staging a little bit of a comeback midway through the second quarter. Here is Herter stripped away. LaMelo picks it up. Here comes Ball over to Hayward. Cross to Mitchell Robinson, and the Hawks are back on defense. Here's Duncan Robinson. Actually, it was Duncan Robinson, not Hayward, that had it. Robinson around the screen for three. No. Rebounded by Kelly Oubre Jr. Here comes Atlanta. They turn and run into the corner. Herter double teamed there. McDermott's on him, and Herter will back it out. Oh, and a nice pass as Trae Young slips behind LaMelo for the layup. And it's an 8-point Atlanta lead with 2:50 to go in the first half. Duncan Robinson pulls up from three. No, probably an ill-advised. He's better at catching and shooting than shooting off the dribble. And ahead, Oubre with the dunk. Robinson just lets him go. And it's a 9-point lead. We've got a jump ball situation here, won by the Hawks. Here comes Trae Young. Trae working on LaMelo into the paint. Lay it up and in. And the Hawks lead by 11. We close the gap a little bit. They stretch it right back out to double digits. Hayward dumps it down on the block to Robinson. Back out to Ball. Wide open three is good. And it is now a 9-point game. His foot must have been on the line because I think that was just a 2. Here is Reddish. Reddish all the way. Reverse it up and in. And not great defense by LaMelo there. We still have, I know we have Mitchell Robinson as a nice rim protector, but we still have some defensive issues, honestly. We're not the best defensive team in the world. Pretty good offensively, but not the best defensive team, especially when Robinson's not in the game. He makes up for a lot of mistakes that we have. Here's Ball, long three, good. Oh wow, nice shot by LaMelo. And that'll bring us to halftime. Hawks lead at 60-53. They're shooting 53% from the field. We're shooting 40%. Trae Young has dropped in 23 points and 7 dimes in the first half. Yikes. Let's get to the third quarter here. This is Trae Young. Young, guarded by 3 Hornets. Back out to Gallo. Wide open 3. No. Rims out. Rozier with the rebound. Rozier's going to turn and push it. Rozier underneath to Bridges. Over to the left side to Hayward. Hayward. Back to Bridges. Bridges. Oh, look at that shot. Are you kidding me, Bridges? I don't know how he made that, but he did, and it's down to a 5-point game. 62-57. Here's LaMelo. Between the legs dribble on Trae Young. Drives all the way, gets to the hoop, lay it up and in. LaMelo with a quick first step. And we have cut the lead down to 2, 64-62. We're hanging in there. Here's Trae Young around the screen. 3, no. Rebounded by Mitchell Robinson. He'll hand to LaMelo. Here comes Ball. 9:15 to go in the third. Chance for the Hornets to tie or take the lead here. Here's Ball. He's going to pull up, shoot the 3 for the lead, and we got it. Now we're up 70-64, a 6-point Hornets lead. A nice third quarter so far for Charlotte. Here's Trae Young. He turns it over. Robinson ahead to Hayward. Hayward, oh my goodness, Hayward, go dunk that. Instead, he whips it back out to the wing and will take the 3-point shot. But really, what? 78-74. King gives it to Okongwu. Okongwu hands it to Oubre Jr. Curls around, lay it up off the glass. It's good. 2-point game. Now we're all tied up at 78. 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Devontae Graham, top of the key. Over to the left side. Here's the three. Shot no from Bryn Forbes. Rebounded by the Hawks. Into the corner. This is Reddish for three. Actually, just a two. He hits it, though, and it's 86-84. Hawks with the lead at the end of the third quarter. Let's get to the final quarter here. 86-84, Atlanta with the lead. Would be a huge win for us in what could be an Eastern Conference Finals preview. Here's Gallinari. Three, good. And the Hawks have regained the lead. They're up by 5 now. Here's Devontae Graham now. Graham. He's going to back it out. 9 on the shot clock. Over to the corner to Forbes. Forbes has got to do something. Gets it down to McDermott. 3 seconds. And McDermott turn around off the glass and good. Right at the buzzer of the shot clock. Nice play by Dougie McBuckets. And it's 89-86 Atlanta with a 3-point lead with 11:10 to go in the game. Trae Young into the front court. To Okongwu. He reverses it to Gallinari. Gallinari around the screen. Oh, look at the pass. Are you kidding me, Gallo? Gallo with a little crazy 360 spin move. Dump it off over his shoulder pass to Okongwu for the dunk or layup. I don't know how he scored it. I was too in awe from the pass. Here's Achua now. And Achua flushes it. It's 93-91. Another nice pass. Not nearly as nice as Gallo's, though. That was ridiculous. Here's Herter, guarded by Bryn Forbes. Right side, this is Trae Young. Young around the screen. Floater, falling baseline, no. And Achua gobbles up the rebound. Achua's a monster on the glass. Turned out to be a pretty good trade, I think, for us. We got Achua from the Heat along with Duncan Robinson. There's McDermott who hits the 3. And now Hornets lead by 2. And we gave up P.J. Washington, which sucks. I like P.J. Washington a lot. But we got 2 players that add a lot of depth to our team. Here's Forbes. Forbes dumps it off underneath to Graham. Reverse it up and in. He ends up on his back. And the Hornets lead by 2 with 7 minutes to go. Starters back in. Probably to finish off this game. Here's Rozier. Down to Achua. Achua's double teamed. And he throws it away. Get it back to Rozier. Achua, what are we doing? Here is Trae Young, out to the corner, quick 3 is good. And the Hornets now lead by 1 with 5:25 to go. That 3 gave the Hawks a brief lead, and they're going to regain it here with a Trae Young layup, 104-103. Now the Hawks lead by 4, 107-103 with 4:45 to go in the game. We've got to try to keep in contact here and make it come down to the last couple of possessions if we can. Here's Hayward. Dumps it down on the block to Mitchell Robinson. Robinson against Capella, and Capella gets the stop. Not a great matchup for Mitchell Robinson. Here's Trae Young looking down the barrel, and that one's a dagger. Hawks lead it by 9 now, 114-105. Here's LaMelo around the screen. Back out to Rozier. 3 from the left angle. Shot no. Rebound pulled down by Capella. And here is Gallinari with the floater in the lane. So the Hawks have turned it up, and they are up by 13 now in this one. We hung around for a while, but in the end, the Hawks, and look at that, a strip by Trae Young. He's going to go all the way, lay it up with the left hand, and that'll do. 124-110. Hawks get the win here in game number 34. And that's how this episode will end. We'll pick up some more games in next episode as we creep towards the halfway point of season number 2 here on Charlotte Hornets My League. It's NBA 2K21 on Mama's Basement Sports Game.